How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Benjamin Cowen just said that this ends the market. It's actually something that we're fighting with right now. This will end the bull run for Bitcoin. I want to play that for you and then go through some of the big things that are happening this week. Now, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. Of course, we could always see bigger dips in the future. So stay through to the end of the video so you really understand what I'm thinking. Now, I'll say Benjamin Cowen has crushed it this cycle. He's been right about nearly everything. And I think it does make sense to approach Bitcoin with a little bit of caution if you're someone that needs the money anytime soon, right? I guess that's always the case, right? Don't invest in Bitcoin when you need the money in the next couple months or the next year. You have to have a multi-year time frame. Now, I will tell you what I've been doing with Bitcoin recently, and I apologize for this. If you haven't been watching the videos, I have a deviated septum, or I had one. I got surgery on it this week. So I am still recovering. For everyone that's been wishing me well, I appreciate that. It's actually a lot better today. A lot of people have been asking me about it. It's been kind of interesting. A lot of people in the comments saying that they need the surgery. I didn't know how many people have this, but it seems like one out of every 2 or 3 people I talk to need the surgery. So I appreciate everyone. Let's go through some of the big things that are happening this week too. This is actually a pretty huge week for crypto the next 2 weeks. If you don't mind though, hit subscribe so you can see future videos like this. Also, we have been seeing more and more people get banned on YouTube. So if you want to join me on Telegram, I think that would be really helpful. That way, if I do get banned in the future, you can still see videos. I got banned last week, and I was still able to make videos over on Telegram. By the way, if you want to check out BY we have this trade and get up to $10,000 worth of Bitcoin event going on right now. We have some people that are going to get some big rewards. We've given out $40,000 through the last two, or BY has, I should say, through the last 2 times that we've done this. And yeah, if you want to trade, the more you trade, the more you get, and we're paying out, or they're paying out in Bitcoin. In the past, we've done USDT, but let me know if you want some other crypto. You could do, I guess if enough people want it, we could do like Solana or XRP or something like that. But I obviously have more Bitcoin fans than anything else. So check this out underneath the video. It's in the link tree. So check out the link tree and then go 2 links down and you can start trading. Let's roll the disclaimer too. Just a reminder, this is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. Do your own research. I'm never going to reach out to you either in the comment section or through any other means to try to get you to invest in something that I'm investing in or to send me crypto. Some links underneath the video are affiliate links. I may earn a commission, but this is at no extra cost to you. Of course, do your own due diligence. Okay, so Bitcoin is fighting with $100,000. You can see maybe some kind of like bull flag or something. We're holding right around 100,000. And Benjamin Cowen was just on Altcoin Daily. Let me play this for you and see what he just said about the market.
The cycle's probably over at whatever point that.
Oh, that's actually why I should put in the beginning. But let's see what he says here.
Like my sort of the bellwether that I'm trying to use, and by the way, the 50-week moving average is around. It's a little over 100K. So I mean, really, if you start getting like a weekly closes below 100K, the cycle's probably over at whatever point that happens. But I think for me, like,
now that's just taking a small clip, right? But he's basically saying we need to hold above this 100 or this 50 EMA, and then we're still in the bull market. You can see this goes all the way back to 2023. We held it a handful of times, and right now we are holding it. You can see it's very close. So we've done this back in the beginning of 2020 or the September of 2023, then September of 2024. Then April of 2025, we've seen these big drawdowns and then a big move up. So this is a very good line in the sand for people to watch. And so far we've held it. It's right around $98,000 right now, but don't be surprised if whales try to manipulate down below it. We've seen a lot of manipulation recently. Of course, the stock market hasn't been too hot either. We're in extreme fear. Even though we're only a couple percent off of all-time highs for the S&P 500, for the NASDAQ, a lot of this has come down to the government shutdown. So I'd be watching this very closely this week. Just a few days ago, the FAA officially began cutting 700 flights per day across 40 airports. So the shutdown is widening, which is scaring some people, obviously, and we aren't getting a lot of economic data. Like this week, we're supposed to get core CPI, we're supposed to get PPI as well, but we're not going to get that. So this is frustrating some investors. Obviously, when you don't know what's happening, it's harder to feel good about the future and to feel confident in what you're investing in. So there is some concern there. But on the other side, if the government shutdown actually wraps up, that could be something that's extremely bullish for markets, right? If there's less uncertainty. Of course, we have some other catalysts that could always come out, like at any specific time, whether it's tariff news or some kind of ceasefire or ending of war over in the Middle East. So there are a handful of things that could be very bullish. Of course, after this week, so this week we don't have that many earnings, to be clear. Like there aren't many large companies. This last week was a huge week for tech stocks, and the week before. But yeah, there's not much going on this week. We have like Walt Disney, Cisco, but those aren't really retail favorites. They're around $200 billion in market cap. But the week after is when we have NVIDIA earnings. Obviously, NVIDIA is the largest company in the whole stock market. It fell down throughout the week, actually a decent amount. It went down 9.6% in the last 5 days. From the peak to the trough, it went down 16%. So we're talking about what, like $700 billion, $800 billion wiped out from this stock, the largest company in the world, in a very short period of time. So everyone will be watching NVIDIA earnings, trying to determine if the AI trade is on, because there has been a general pullback, which honestly, I know that people hate when the market goes down, but seeing a pullback like that on AI in general and like a lot of the top runners makes me feel actually a little bit good about the future. Like if you look at Palantir, it had a big pullback as well. It went from, let's just look over the last 5 days, it was at a peak almost the exact same price at the exact same time as NVIDIA, $210. From top to bottom, it had a bear market this week of 19%. Like that's a full-on crash. 20% is a crash. So seeing that kind of pullback actually makes me feel a little bit better that we're seeing a bit of a cool down, right? We're seeing RSIs come down. And just in general, like I know I played that bit about Benjamin Cowen talking about how we need to stay above 100,000, the 50 EMA. I think if you dollar cost average into Bitcoin starting right now, you're going to do just fine, even if we go into a bear market. Like people are so scared about bear markets, but that's actually where you make a lot of money. You didn't make a lot of money from 40,000 to 60,000 on Bitcoin last cycle. You made a lot of money by buying at 55,000, then 40,000, then 30, then 20, then 20, then 20, then 20, then 18, then 20, then 25, then 20 into this bull market, right? So even if we go into another bear market, which I'm not saying we will, but even if we do, for the long term, it's not the worst thing in the world. And I don't like to try to flip in and out of Bitcoin. I'll sell alts if we have an altcoin run. And again, I'm not bearish. I'm not saying that we're going to go into another bear market, but I'm not scared about it, right? I think those are the opportunities that actually make you really wealthy. I made more money during the bear market than I made during the bull market from my investments because that's where I was actually accumulating crypto. It seems like it takes forever, but also I don't think even if we went into a bear market, it would be as bad as the last one. I don't think it would be as bad as the one before that. I think it would be a lot less dramatic because we saw a lot less of a run during the bull run. Like we didn't even do 2x the prior all-time high compared to last cycle where we did 3.5x. So I think the drawdown would be a lot less. And, it could be quicker too. We've seen quicker and quicker bear markets as time's gone on. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Let me know what you're drinking right now too. I have coffee here. I'm laying off the Tylenol. Might have a beer today for some college football. Hanging out with some, beer camp guys here. So yeah, just the guys, beer, football, 14-pound brisket that I bought at Costco. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. Let me know your thoughts underneath the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you want to trade crypto, there's a link underneath the video to BY DeFi. Of course, approach at your own risk. There's also links to BTCC, Bitfinex, Weeks, Blowfin. I like using multiple exchanges because you never know when one's going to go down to volatility. That happens all the time when things get really crazy. Be ready for some manipulation over the weekend too. Of course, the big boys are buying. We saw Tether just buy $100 million. We saw Bitmine buy, I think, a couple tranches of like, what, 9 figures of Ethereum this week. So there are people accumulating. It's not just selling, but of course, some of the OGs are taking profits before possibly going into a bear market, right? They're maybe taking some profits off the table because they're up 100,000%. Let me know your thoughts, though. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.